Hello and welcome to Mindful Mondays with tips and tricks to breathe more peace and happiness into your life. I'm your host, Sonia Shin. I am a health journalist and also a life coach certified in mindfulness and meditation. And today I'm joined by Justin Lee, community and content manager for Root of It All, which is a company that has cannabis-infused essential oils like this one right here in these bottles. Welcome, Justin. It's great to see you.
Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. Now, tell me, how would you describe Root of It All in a nutshell?
So the Root of It All is a health and wellness brand. We're focused on holistic wellness through the use of everyday natural remedies. We provide alternatives to pharmaceuticals for overall mind, body wellness, and connection. At the root of it all, our quest is to discover the path to well-being by providing powerful plant-based essential remedies for everyday conditions. So our line of essential oils, tinctures, topical ointments, they're all blended with herbs and spices that are inspired by ancient Ayurvedic philosophy and holistic wellness. And then they're amplified with the use of cannabis extracts. That way we can bring you back into your natural state of balance.
Interesting. Okay, thank you, Justin. Now, how do these blends work? So, how does the person use them?
That's a great question. So each blend works a bit differently because each product is blended with a specific condition in mind. So they're all formulated for specific conditions. And this is because different strains of cannabis are known to impact one's body and mind differently. That's because they all are comprised of distinct ratios, cannabinoids, terpenes, flavonoids, and other compounds. So at the root of it all, we understand that cannabis extracts achieve better results when they actually work with other plants, like essential oils derived from plants. So we carefully paired each formulation, specifically selected cannabis extract with a complementary cast of Ayurvedic essential oils. This way we can create truly unique combinations that target a customer's specific everyday condition. So for example, you have Go for energy, Slow for calming, Stop for sleep, which has chamomile, lavender, valerian root, Unwind for pain, inflammation, which has black pepper, turmeric, cloves. And the way that these tinctures work is, well, the topicals are pretty cut and dry. You would just rub and apply that locally as needed, excuse me. And whereas the tinctures, you would take those sublingually. So what that means is you would take a dropper, you hold it under your tongue, a minimum 2 minutes. I normally hold it for 3 to 4 minutes. From there, the active ingredients are then absorbed through the arteries under your tongue and transported through the bloodstream. So our tinctures actually bypass the digestive tract, which allows them to enter the bloodstream more quickly, which allows for a quicker onset. It just makes it a lot more effective to dose. That way you're not waiting to process it through your liver, similar to like an edible or something. When you take an edible, sometimes people worry about, oh my gosh, should I take too much? Did I go too deep? You've got to wait an hour to see if you took too much. The duration is much longer. Whereas with a tincture, it's a lot more effective to dose. And that's probably a big reason why kids are dosed with sublingual tinctures over edibles. Now, I would like to, sorry, go ahead.
Children use these?
We have parents, I know parents that have given it to their kids with amazing results. I'm not one to sit here and recommend that for legal reasons or regulations. I think parents have to do what they feel is right. I think some parents are put in a position where they don't want to use the current Western medicine or pharmaceutical pills that they're given, and some parents are looking for alternative options to supplement or help with the symptoms that come with some of these medications. So it's definitely contingent upon each parent and each circumstance that they're going through with their child. But I personally know family members with children that have had amazing results with it.
Interesting. Okay. Now, there are different, you brought up like legal issues. And so different, companies have no drug policies. I recently just came back to California. So I'm in San Francisco. Justin is down in LA. And so I'm still like acclimating and learning about the ways laws have changed, and they've been shifting around the country as well. So if someone has a no drug policy at their work, do these fit into that?
So For this question, I'd recommend people to go to an article from hellomd.com. There's an article titled "How Long Does Cannabis Stay in Your System?" There's a lot of great research articles out there, but in general, you are using a product that contains a drug, so there's no 100% guarantee you're going to pass a drug test after using the products. Passing a drug test is determinant on a lot of factors that include amount, frequency of use, your percentage of body fat, how physically active you are, the type of drug test, what nanogram are they testing to, when was the last time you took that test, and every single person's body is different, how we process things are different. So that question is really dependent upon each person. There's a lot of extraneous variables that come into play. You know, every single person's body, lifestyle, circumstances are all unique to the individual. So that's gonna take an impact.
Mm-hmm. Now, there is a lot of confusion around products. There's a lot of CBD products on the market now, and I guess confusion around like regulation and THC as well. So your products actually have CBD and THC in them. How do these differ from traditional cannabis products or CBD products?
We have a full spectrum CBD THC. We will also be coming out with just a CBD only line. But I'd say there are a lot of different companies that come out with CBD and THC blended for various reasons. THC is an incredible activator of CBD and makes it work a lot more effectively. But I think what makes us different is that our line of essential oils, as we said, they're inspired by Ayurvedic philosophy. These are ingredients that have been used effectively for thousands of years. And what we do is we take these pure oils and we balance them with cannabis extract so that we can create these powerful plant-based remedies. So these essential oils on their own are extremely powerful and effective, but when we combine them and blend them with cannabis, they're actually amplified. So you get an exponentially more effective tincture. And so each of our formulas uses a unique proprietary cannabis extract selected for its optimal proportion of cannabinoids and terpenes that work in harmony with other botanical components, So basically what that means is, and what we found through our research and data, a lot of double-blind placebo testing, is that it's not about the concentration of a particular ingredient. So you can have excess amounts of CBD, but it's like trying to ride a bike full speed without handlebars. It's not the most effective way to travel. So it's not about the concentration of a specific ingredient, but it's about the precise ratio that you're creating with these ingredients. So as we just said earlier, CBD alone can be beneficial for some people, but some people don't get the benefits that they're looking for until it's blended with THC, because THC is an activator of CBD. And what we found in our research is when we add essential oils and CBD and THC together, they actually activate each other. So the essential oils activate the cannabis and vice versa. The cannabis activates the essential oils, thus creating what we call a super entourage effect. So in summary, this pioneering approach combines scientific scrutiny with ancient wisdom to create powerful plant-based remedies for everyday well-being. The bonus is that they taste amazing. We pride ourselves on being the best tasting tincture on the market and the best smelling. But I really do want to mention too is that we brought together a very special team, and it starts from the top. Our CEO, Scott Mandel, for those that don't know, his background with Enjoy Life Foods, he's really the architect of bringing free from category to food. So before, back in around 2004, there was no way for people with gluten intolerance to be confident that what they're buying is actually gluten-free. Now we have the gluten-free certification symbol because he created a system, a standardized system and testing of transparency. That way consumers can know, oh, this is for sure free from trees. It's free from facilities where they're using machines that are using tree nuts or dairy and whatnot. And so what we want to do is bring that same culture of transparency to cannabis and effectively increase the standard of cannabis products.
Okay, great. Thank you. Now, we just have a minute left. I want to ask you one last question. So these are labeled as, cannabis essential oils. And I have very little experience around cannabis. However, I've used lots and lots of essential oils over the years. And there's been controversy recently around essential oils, and some like direct marketing companies having people, ingest them. And I've read that there's, can be sensitivities that are caused if you even put an essential oil directly on your skin, more or less ingest it. So how can these be safe for ingesting? I noticed that you
And
have different kind of consistency.
yeah, that's another really good question. So, I mean, botanic remedies have been providing relief for individuals for thousands of years. In Western medicine, the pharmaceutical industry is really focused on isolating, synthesizing, and patenting specific chemicals, molecular compounds. But, again, I can't speak upon anyone else's essential oils or the process of how they extract essential oils. But I know our essential oils represent the most simple and natural essence of the plant. We use really pure ingredients, Ayurvedic ingredients that have a long-standing history of use and a heritage of over thousands of years old. Another thing is in our extraction process, we don't use alcohol like many of these other tincture markets use. So we don't use alcohol, we don't use glycerin, we don't use any of these other chemical carriers of cannabinoids. That these chemical carriers really offer no added value to the product. These are what can add risk to the product. So at the root of it all, we pride ourselves on using Ayurvedic blends that are completely plant-based and utilize safe, all-natural ingredients, again, that have been used for thousands of years, like turmeric, black pepper, and cloves. All of our essential oils are vegan, gluten-free, allergy-friendly. As I told you about bringing that same culture of free-from category, we want to bring that same free-from category to the cannabis industry. So for safety and quality assurance, all of our products undergo lab testing. We send them to third-party testing, not to just one company, but we do numerous third-party testing with various different companies. This way, consumers can be assured that they're getting not just an effective product, but a safe product. That being said, though, if anyone is still concerned about ingesting the tinctures, they always have the option to spit out the oil. You actually don't need to ingest our oils. Once you hold them under your tongue, because they are a sublingual tincture, as we previously explained, they're going to get absorbed into your bloodstream, and you can spit them out after 2 to 3 minutes. I actually personally do that as well. I put the oils under my tongue for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then I spit them out. I love the taste of it, so it has nothing to do with the taste, but it's just I have a personal preference of just not swallowing oils, just because it bothers. I have a very sensitive throat, so it can get agitated very easily, whereas many people don't have that issue. I don't think anyone anyone that I know that have taken the product has that issue. So I think it's just a personal thing with me. But that just goes to show you that you can spit it out and still get the same effects from it. So if there is a concern there about ingesting, you don't have to worry about that there.
Awesome. All right. Well, fascinating discussion. I greatly appreciate your time and sharing with us. Thank you so much, Justin, for joining me.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks. Now, everyone, thanks so much for joining us for Mindful Mondays. Be safe and, stay safe and healthy out there.